Recorded live right here in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's time again for Larry's Rant, Raves, and Reviews. And now here's Larry.
Well, folks, I really do believe where we left off, if you didn't listen to episode 51, part 1 of this JFK 2.0, the Epstein files, go back and listen to it first, because we shared some pretty good stuff on there, and we're going to pick up right where we left off. Well, I truly believe that the American people, we the people, we feel powerless about this because of the corrupt government. You know, I think there's others also in power that feel pretty powerless. Bongino has decided that, a week or two ago, he said, hey, if we don't get this reported, if we don't break this, I'm going to retire.
Yeah.
I'm going to quit. Hey, the man left a wonderful job. He had a fabulous podcast.
Yeah.
He had everything in life going. He didn't have to go do what he's doing.
I know it. Yep.
And so I got to tell you, I'm upset about this whole thing. But let's take a look here. Trump has called, not Trump, but Elon Musk said, hey, man, just release everything you've got.
Yeah.
Everything that we've got, just go ahead and release it. Mm-hmm. Why aren't we uncovering all of this? Let we the people see all of this. Let the media go through everything and decide what's good, what's bad. We'll decide whether it's boring or not.
I agree.
Okay, Randy, let me just give you this. Maybe this will make a point here. I texted you last night and said, hey, look at this.
You did.
Yeah, you forgot, didn't you? I said, hey, take a look at this, because they're saying that they now have proof that Obama did the Russia hoax. And he did it weeks after, Trump had won the election.
Yeah.
And what did you text back and say? Where's the handcuffs?
Yeah, that we won't see that.
Yeah.
We won't see it. That was on, of course, Larry, that was on show 14. We talked about all this stuff, This is old news for us.
Well, Randy, that's why we the people feel so powerless.
Yeah.
That's why we the people are saying, hey, Donald Trump, this isn't boring to us. This is just another JFK cover-up. Mm-hmm. And you're helping it. You're throwing gas on the fire. Folks, I told you at the beginning of episode 1, I love President Trump. The man's doing a fabulous job.
Sure he is. And he's had the best 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
This is 6 months, and look what all's happened.
And people are actually saying that he is beating Ronald Reagan's records on stuff.
Right.
Doing a fabulous job. But it's all getting lost in the smoke of Epstein. I'm afraid that...
I think, like I said last week, I think he's a chess player, and he's got something behind that rook. Right next to the rook that he's going to bring out.
I hope you are so right, because honestly, I have a lot of disappointment over this with Donald Trump. If he was sitting right here on this podcast, I'd say, President Trump, I love you to pieces. I love everything that you're doing. But on this particular subject, well, I just got to tell you.
Just pick up that phone over there and call the hotline.
I would love to.
You never have used it yet.
I would love to. Here's what I'll tell you. I didn't help elect President Trump to stick my head up his butt until he thought I was just a hemorrhoid. Mm-hmm. I have every right to say when I disagree with a man and why. I'm not a yes man.
Right.
You know that. I'm not a yes man. Yes men will just say yes, yes, yes until you keep backing up and you fall off the cliff thinking that you're safe and okay. I just don't think that we should do that. Now, here's what I am going to say. We, the people, are partially to blame for this. We've allowed our world to spin out of control for so long by allowing career politicians to be in office forever. They make horrible laws, and what do? They turn around and exempt themselves from the very law that we must exist under.
Yeah.
We've seen it, And I think that this is the highest level of cover-up and corruption. Elites rule and run this country. I think they run everything. And this cover-up shows that they'll be protected at all cost.
Well, you know, his first term, he was put under all kind of pressure from all of these other politicians on who to hire and all this stuff. It could be he's under so much pressure from all these others that some of them may be saying, hey, release the files, but then he's probably under the pressure of the ones that's in the files saying, don't.
One of the podcasts, and I'd somewhere here in my notes, one of the podcasts that I listened to, and I told you I've listened to 8 to 10 hours worth, said that the reason he held back from releasing all the Epstein files is because he made a deal with congressmen and senators that are on that list that if they would vote and pass the big, beautiful bill,
he would hold back.
He would hold it back.
Well, there you go.
That's compromise, my friend.
There you go. It is.
We the people just do not matter.
Yeah.
The courts, the government, DOJ, FBI, CIA, it's all in on this cover up, and they do not care about we the people. You say, now, Larry, this is just another conspiracy theory that you're buying into.
Well, he's probably waiting on the Congress to put pressure on him and do it. Like I saw today, they were going to do it, and he said, no, we're not going to take that vote. Did you see that?
Well, they voted on it already last week because excuse me, the committee that went into committee to get to the floor to vote, and the committee voted it down and said, no, we're not going to vote on it. And that's why your chess theory does make sense to me, because he's waiting to see. Now you got his big, beautiful bill passed. He's not the
bad guy.
There you go. There you go.
He got his bill. He got what I'm telling you, he knows how to play the game. He knows these people.
Yeah. Hey,
I just hope he knows it. And every time I looked at it, he knows it, you know, and he comes out. He said, like, I know how the game's played, man. I'm playing it.
Well, I hope that he is.
No, we just got to watch it.
And if he is, and if he does all of this, I'll come back on the air and I will apologize for everything I'm saying, okay? Hey,
can you say that again?
Well, no. I only talk about apologies. I don't actually give them, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, one of the podcasts, take your drink because I don't want you to spew on me. One of the podcasts I listened to in person, this person said, a conspiracy theory is a sign of an active mind.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's me right there.
I'm telling you. That's all right.
Hey, remember episodes? I always encourage you to think. Don't buy into the lies of the corrupt government. People in Washington have been successful in staying in office for years and becoming career politicians, because they are all good at what they do. That's why I say, don't pee down my back and tell me it's raining.
Well, I've seen a lot. Now, I do a lot of TikToking, but I've seen a lot on TikTok about term limits. Have you seen any over there on?
No.
On the other?
No.
You haven't? They're talking about term limits?
No,
I guess that's just a TikTok force then.
I saw that somebody passed away. Oh, I know what it was. It was the lady that has the cooking show in Oklahoma. I saw on TikTok last night that she passed away yesterday. I said, Carol.
Really?
Yeah, the pioneer woman died. Did you see that? She goes,
she hadn't died.
She got on Facebook. She said, no, she ain't dead. I said, well, that's TikTok for you. So don't talk to me about no TikTok. Well, I think that Jeffrey Epstein has become the poster child for corruption, perversion, and government cover-up. Now, a lot of the podcasts that I've listened to says this story is bigger than we all think. It's bigger than just our politicians and the Hollywood perverts. It's larger, Randy, than just national. It is international, and it reaches around the world.
Oh, yeah.
It's
over there in England and everything.
A lot of people have said if the truth ever came out about Epstein, it would destroy our nation and our economy.
Wow.
I mean, flat out, they just put it out there. It's bigger than just women trafficking, bigger than child trafficking. It delves into the gutter of rape, mutilation, child molestation, pornography. This story is so horrendous, I seriously doubt it will ever be told. Now, Kash Patel can push the company line that it's just a conspiracy theory, but I would tell Kash Patel, go shovel that manure somewhere else where ignorance lives. I'm not buying into it. I'm just not. Pam Bondi can stand there and say, nothing to see here, folks. There is no list. Well, really? Because you said it was on your desk.
Sure it was.
Was it on your desk, or are you lying to we the people? Now, let me be clear. Pam Bondi said it is on my desk. Now, she was referring to the list. It was in a press conference.
Right.
People didn't say, hey, what about the evidence? They said, what about the list? And she said, the list is on my desk right now. So, Pam Bondi, we the people deserve the truth, and I think you need to change it. You know, something that I heard about Pam Bondi on one podcast, she has a lot of ties to George Soros.
Uh-oh.
Well, my question is that true or not?
Yeah, that's right. It could not be true. We don't know.
We don't know. I'm raising the question. But she said,
hey, well, let's mark this show and watch it in about 3 weeks.
Well, you know, here's the thing. What's truth and what's not?
It'll come out.
I got one guy that I got a report here that says that I've seen all the Epstein documents and I know the names, but he's one of the attorneys for Epstein, and he says by law he cannot tell it because of the what do you call it? He says that he can't say it because of the disclosure thing of
non-disclosure,
confidentiality. Yeah, mm-hmm. He said, but I have seen it. He was involved with the Maxine or the Maxwell trial. He said, I've seen a lot of this stuff. I've seen the names that are on it. Huh. They're there. There is a list. Well, folks, if nothing else, we would like to see the flight records.
Yeah.
The FBI came out and said there's 12 children involved. Then they said, no, there's 1,000. There's 1,000 children involved. What's true?
Where are they?
Well, why don't we ask Oprah? Oprah was bringing a lot of kids out of Africa. Yeah. Where did those children go? And my biggest question is always been, if we caught a bunch of children on that island being abused,
yeah,
don't you think they would have, and I've said this on previous podcasts, Randy, you've heard me. I said, where's the children?
Right.
Don't you think we'd have paraded them out there and took pictures of them? Don't you believe that Epstein's victims are begging and crying out for justice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So here's my message to Pam Bondi. When we the people start seeing some action out of you, some arrest, and the elites in handcuffs and leg shackles, when we start seeing the corrupt politicians and the elites going to prison, then and only then will we start believing in our justice system.
Yeah. We haven't seen that yet.
Until then, we'll keep asking the right questions. Was it suicide or murder? I believe that he was murdered. But who were the inmates? If he was murdered, who was the inmates? And they were moved. Did you know this? All of those inmates were moved out of their cells just hours after he suicided himself.
After?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So where did they go? And who were they? Huh. Were they moved or were they killed? Think about it.
Yeah, really.
Think about it. Were they moved or were they killed?
We'll never know.
Okay, here's another question. If he was murdered in his cell, doesn't that mean that the killer was already inside with him?
Huh.
So that's why I want to know those people. How much was that person paid to kill him? and who paid him. Then we get a video said, oh, we've got 15 hours of video in this cell.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. And then they took it, they looked at it, and they said, whoa, there's a minute missing. It's been edited.
Is that the minute he killed himself?
Oh, but that's not good enough. A minute's missing. Then they came back out the next week or a few days later and said, whoops, it's not 1 minute. It's 3 minutes. There's 3 minutes that's been edited out of this. The focus, if you watched the video, the focus is from the floor upstairs above, and it's somewhat shooting in the background down to his jail cell.
Yeah.
What they're not telling you is just to the left of that, there is an employee entrance into that floor, and an employee could come in and out
without being
seen. But there's 3 minutes. We were told it was 1 minute. Then they took it and said, nope, there's actually 3.
Huh.
So here's another thought. Maxwell says that she's ready to testify.
Good.
MAGA is America first, but the cover-up is not. And this is insulting and has potential to blow up the conservative right. We, the people, are upset, and we want answers. We want the truth once and for all. And our government deep state is crushing our expectations of truth and transparency.
Huh.
So here's what I would say. Why don't we take Maxwell, okay, and we can let Bon Jovi,
yeah,
whatever, and Kash Patel,
yeah, okay,
put cameras on them. I don't want Congress, or people are saying let Congress make her testify in front of Congress. Now we can't trust them. So we take those 2 guys that are pit bulls, and we say, okay, tell your story. And let them ask the hard questions. Every media outlet can be there and film the whole dang thing and show it live. Yeah. Let her say what she wants.
Yeah.
We, the people, can then figure out what we want to believe and what we don't want to believe.
Sounds good to me.
Does it?
Yeah.
I think it is, because this is truly the new JFK cover-up for the new generation of Americans. Randy, you and I grew up with the JFK cover-up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? We've carried that for so long. But this one, this is for the new generation. My grandson, your grandson,
right.
They'll grow up wondering what in the world is going on. Now, another thing, they say nothing to see here. Do you know that reports say that Epstein had cameras in every room of every home that he owned?
Wow.
And yet, there's nothing to see here, folks. That's what Pam Bondi is saying. I'm going to tell you, Randy, this is the biggest child sex trafficking ring of our time, but yet we are being told nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
And it's even worse than that. People are now saying that Epstein was a CIA operative. People say, on some of the podcasts I've listened to, say that he was a spy for Israel. Others are saying that he had ties with Russia and that he was a spy for them. Folks, these are more than just weird, crazy ideas that these people these are people that have close ties with these governments that are coming out of the woodwork, whistleblowers that are saying, hey, folks, this thing's really big and it's getting covered up.
Huh.
Here's a thought. Israel is one of the richest countries in the world, and yet America gives them billions of dollars annually.
Yeah.
Some of the podcasts I've listened to have said, are the ties so deep and the evidence so much that this is being used as a blackmail? Why are we giving one of the richest countries in the world billions of dollars a year? Is it because they're blackmailing our government officials because, hey, we have we have the goods on you.
Right. I don't know.
It's just a thought.
Yeah, really.
I've got to tell you, folks, if the truth really ever came out, it would rock our world. But I'm more and more convinced that the more that they cover this up, it's more than just national, it's international. So here's my last thought. Could it be that this cover-up is all for our corrupt politicians? And could it be that this international evidence is being used to blackmail and get millions, if not billions of dollars from our government?
Follow the money.
Whose money?
It's ours.
We the people. It's our money.
Well, I think we'll find out in the next couple of weeks. I think some more of this. It's not going to die. There's too much going on about it.
Too much is there, but I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if I was Trump, I would say, hey, here's everything. Stick it out there. Put it on one big website. Let anybody and everybody see it. Why is it that the elites of the world get to cover things up by sealed documents? We've seen it all my life. I'm so sick and tired. And their only answer is, well, it's for our safety.
No,
it's for our safety.
Follow the money is what it is.
Yes. And it's to keep those people in power. Folks, if you knew how sick and perverted and horrible our government really was, we'd probably all run off and jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
Well, hey, folks, unless I've offended you so greatly about all of this, but I think I've turned you on. I think you like what I had to say. Be sure and leave us a comment. Leave us a comment, like our pages. If you're watching on video, be sure and subscribe to us. If you're watching us on podcast, get us in your library. You'll get a notification every time we release a new show. It'll pop up and say, hey, Larry put a new show out there. Do all of that and hit the share button.
Yeah.
Hit a share button and send it out to your family, your friends, and all of your acquaintances and say, hey, this guy's wild and he's crazy, but he's good.
Yeah.
So give us a try. Hey, thanks for coming and listening in.